Diva, tank. Left click to shoot. Press E to shoot missiles at the same time. Left shift to fly around. Right click puts a defense matrix up that blocks all incoming projectiles and bullets. Her ultimate ejects her from her mech, and the mech explodes in 3 seconds. Combine it with her flight to shoot out your mech like a bomb. Doomfist, tank. 4 left click knuckle shots that recharge over time. Right click to charge a punch. If you hit somebody and they hit a wall, they take double damage. E to protect yourself from incoming fire. And left shift to do a launching slam. His ultimate makes him invulnerable, and he can choose where to land with a meteor strike. Junker Queen, tank. Left click is a pump action shotgun. Right click has a boomerang knife, pulling back an enemy that she's hit with it. Left shift does a rallying call that increases movement speed and healing. And E pulls out a hammer that does wound damage over time. Her ultimate sends her flying forward in a line, which will do wound damage to enemies she's hit. Orisa, tank. Left click to shoot an LMG. Right click throws a spear. If it hits somebody, it'll knock them back. E blocks all incoming projectiles and bullets. Her left shift increases her defenses and makes her immune to all CC effects. Her ultimate pulls everyone around her and does like a slam insta-kill. Reinhardt, tank. Left click to swing his hammer. Right click to put up a shield. The shield recharges, and it can also break. E shoots out a fire strike. He's got 2 charges of it. Left shift drives him forward, and if he hits somebody, it pins him to a wall. His ultimate slams down in a cone shape in front of him, knocking enemies to the ground. Roadhog, tank. Left click shoots out a shotgun blast of shrapnel. Right click shoots out a long range ball of shrapnel that explodes later. Left shift has a hook that pulls a single enemy to him. And right click heals him while making him take less damage. His ultimate shoots out a cone in front of him that knocks back enemies and does a lot of damage. Sigma, tank. Left click shoots out 2 balls that explode. Right click shoots out a shield that he can retract at any time. Left shift absorbs all incoming bullets and projectiles. E charges a boulder that will stun an enemy. His ultimate makes him fly into the air and selects an area on the ground where he'll lift them up and then slam them down. Winston, tank. Winston's left click does tick damage to all enemies in front of him. Right click charges up a single bolt of lightning for long range. E puts a bubble shield down. Left shift allows him to leap forward. His ultimate instantly heals him, gives him increased health, and allows him to knock back enemies. Wrecking Ball, tank. Left click shoots his miniguns. Left shift turns him into a ball. Right click while in ball form has a grappling hook, increasing his speed. He runs into somebody and knocks them back. If he's in the air and he presses crouch, he will do a slam down effect. E gives him a shield based on how many enemies are around him. And his ultimate places down landmines in the area that explode on contact. Zarya, tank. Left click shoots out her laser gun. Right click shoots out a pulse bomb grenade. Left shift puts a bubble around her, making her invulnerable to damage and charging up her laser gun, making her do more damage. Her E places a bubble shield on somebody else. Her ultimate shoots out a graviton bomb that will pull all enemies towards it. Ash, damage. Left click shoots a bolt rifle very quickly. Right click will ADS her bolt rifle, making it shoot slower but have more damage and more accuracy. E throws out a fire bomb that she can shoot and ignites all enemies around it. Left shift can be used to knock back enemies and herself. Her ultimate sends out her robot in a line, which will kill anything in the area. It will target all enemies around her. Cassidy, damage. Left click will shoot a 6-shot revolver. Right click will fan the hammer, unloading all 6 shots, but with less accuracy. Left shift will roll in any direction and also instantly reload his gun. His E throws out a sticky cluster grenade, which will find an enemy and do massive damage. His ultimate is High Noon, which will put a target on all enemies' heads, and if he sees them for long enough, he can shoot an insta-kill shot at all. Echo, damage. Left click shoots out 3 pulse shots from her hand. Right click shoots out a cluster of sticky grenades that explode after a second. Her left shift allows her to dash in any direction and then fly for a little bit. Her E ability is a laser that does more damage to somebody who's under half health. Her ultimate allows her to select an enemy, transform into them, charge their ultimate very quickly. Genji, damage. Left click shoots out 3 shurikens. Right click shoots out a cone of all 3 shurikens at the same time. His E deflects all incoming damage and bullets. His dash dashes through people, and when you get an elimination with Genji, his dash cooldown resets. His ultimate pulls out a katana. Hanzo, damage. Left click charges up an arrow that has travel time. Left shift creates a sonar arrow that allows you to see enemies through walls. E charges up 5 arrows that do less damage but are fast. When jumping in the air, you can double jump in any direction. His ultimate shoots out an arrow that becomes 2 twisting dragons. Junkrat, damage. Left click shoots out slow traveling mines. Left shift throws out a C4 that you can ignite with right click. It knocks up enemies and yourself. E throws out a trap that when walked over will do damage and trap an enemy. His ultimate is a Riptire RCXD that he can explode at any moment. Damage, sort of. Left click slows down enemies with an ice ray. Right click is a slow charge up icicle shot that has travel time. Left shift will make her invulnerable to all damage for a few seconds and heal her up. E places down an ice wall blocking enemy fire. Her ult throws her robot down, which will freeze everything in the area. Things that are frozen take increased icicle damage. Bara, damage. Left click shoots out travel time rockets that do more damage on direct impact than blast damage. Left shift will make her boost into the air. Pressing space while in the air will make her hover using her jets. She has a fuel gauge. E will shoot out a non-lethal grenade that does no damage but will knock enemies back and herself. Her ultimate creates a barrage of rockets shredding everything in the air. Reaper, damage. Close range shotguns do a lot of damage. Left shift makes you invulnerable while moving for a little while. E allows you to select a spot to travel to. His ultimate allows him to kill everything in the area with a rapid shredding circle. Because he has to get so close, Reaper is the only one who heals while shooting enemies. Sojourn, damage. Left click shoots her railgun, which charges her right click up for a pulse rifle shot. Left shift allows her to slide and jump out of the slide. E shoots out a orb that snares and does damage to enemies. Her ultimate will instantly charge her railgun for rapid shots without having to charge them up. Soldier 76. Damage. Left click to shoot his battle rifle. Right click to shoot a tri-missile that has travel time. E places down a healing pod. Left shift allows you to sprint. His ultimate allows him to have aimbot. It shoots everything in this wide circle. Sombra. Damage. Left click to shoot a minigun. Right click to hack somebody, disabling their abilities for a while. E throws a translocator that she can travel back to at any time. Left shift cloaks her, and she can hack while cloaked. She cannot shoot while cloaked. And her ultimate will EMP, hacking everything in the area. Symmetra, damage, but she's still bad. Left click will shoot a laser that increases in damage the longer you shoot at somebody. Right click will charge an orb that has travel time. Left shift throws mini turrets that will target anything around them. And E places down a teleporter that your entire team can use. Her ultimate places down a shield that separates the battlefield. Torbjorn, damage. His left click shoots a little spit of molten core, while his right click shoots a shotgun blast of shrapnel. His left shift throws down a turret that targets anything it sees, and his E increases his health while making everything else faster. His ultimate shoots out molten lava on the floor, doing damage to anyone that walks over it. Tracer, damage. Left click to shoot her pistols, left shift or right click to use her 3 teleport charges. She can teleport in any direction. Her E will bring her back to 3 seconds ago, no matter what happened or what damage she's taken. Her ult is a sticky pulse bomb that does insane damage. Widowmaker, damage. Left click to shoot a battle rifle, right click to turn it into a sniper, which does more damage based on how much you've charged it. Her E shoots down a venom mine that does tick damage to anyone that triggers it, and you can see them through walls. Her grappling hook allows her to grab any ledge above her, and if you press jump, you can fly up like I just did. Her Q gives her wall hacks, allowing her to see enemies through walls. Ana, healer. Left click shoots out a travel time bolt that does damage to enemies and heals allies. Her E throws down a splash potion that does damage to enemies, prevents them from healing, heals allies, and makes them heal more afterwards with my bolt rifle. Her left shift is a sleep dart that has slow travel time.
Nodding off.
Her ultimate is a nano boost that instantly heals an ally and makes them do increased damage. Baptiste. Left click shoots a 3-round burst rifle. Right click shoots healing orbs to an ally. Left shift does an area of effect heal to all allies around you. E places down an immortality field that will prevent your allies from dying until this is destroyed. Holding crouch and then jumping allows him to do a super jump. His ultimate places down a field that when shot through by his allies will do increased damage. Bridget, healer. Left click swings her weak whip. Right click places a shield in front of her. Pressing left click while holding the shield will do a shield bash. Left shift will throw her whip out, whipping somebody and knocking them back. She has 3 healing packs that recharge over time that you can send to an ally. Her ultimate is a rally that makes her team move faster and heal. Kiriko, healer. Right click will send out a kunai that has high headshot damage. Left click will send out cards that heal your allies. Left shift allows you to instantly teleport to an ally. Her E will throw down an orb that makes her team invulnerable for a few seconds, clearing them of status effects like Ana's anti-heal. Her ultimate is a rallying path, increases movement speed, heals, attack speed, etc. Lucio, healer. Left click shoots out 4 pulses from the sound cannon. Right click shoots out a cone in front of him that knocks back enemies. He has 2 modes, speed mode, which I'm in right now, and left shift will turn me to healer mode, which will heal allies around me. E will just boost the effect to double of whatever mode I'm on, and pressing space against any wall will allow me to cling to it in a wall ride. I can also jump off of it and re-grab it. His ultimate slams the ground and allows his teammates to gain an extreme health shield. Mercy. Has no damaging primary weapon. Her secondary weapon is a pistol. Left click with her staff to heal allies. Right click to power them up. Left shift allows her to fly to any ally. And her E is a high cooldown revive. Her ultimate allows her to fly and links her healing to allies that are next to each other. Moira. Healer. Left click shoots out healing goo that runs out. Right click will recharge it by locking onto an enemy doing slow tick damage. Left shift will make her phase out for a moment and she can jump out of it at the end. E shoots out an orb that you can either choose to be a healing orb or a damage orb. It'll do tick damage to anything it passes by, and it'll do tick healing to anything it passes by. Her ultimate is a Kamehameha laser that will heal allies she hits and do damage to enemies she hits. And lastly, Zenyatta. Healer. His left click shoots out orbs that do high headshot damage. Right click will charge up all of his orbs and he'll send them out in a flurry. Left shift will put a healing orb on an ally. E will place an orb of destruction on an enemy that will make them take increased damage. Zenyatta's ultimate will protect his team by instantly healing them up. You basically can't die when you're in this.